What up, what up, what up, what up? What up, what up, party people? Welcome along to the Rusha and Shaban show. We are live. Please do not swear. Well, swearing's fine. Please do not get cancelled.
Okay.
My name's Shaban. This is Rusha, my evil twin sister. Please like, please subscribe, please get in the comments before we go any further. We've got an interesting game to just discuss there. An exciting game at that. Rush, how are you?
I'm good. What's the game we're playing? You talking about the game of the day, or are we playing a game of Never Have I Ever? Just the way you went about that there, I thought, we playing a game?
We've got an exciting game to discuss.
Alright. Anyway, discussing the game, fair enough.
I'll replace you, honestly.
Kiss.
Seriously, let's not get cancelled because I've had about 10 wines.
Have you? You've had about 2 glasses, calm down,
I
man.
was outside in the square getting
Were
the
you?
fresh air.
Getting
and
lashed? What, because the neighbours were
kids
with?
players, so I was like, more wine, more wine.
In fairness, if I was out there with some of them, I'd be chucking bottles back, just try to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know if you know, I've been threatened again twice. Actually, what I'd now say it's harassment because I'm parking in the visitor spaces.
No.
I parked in the visitor spaces a few nights because they're empty. So I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? It's not as though I'm driving in and driving on top of a car. If they're empty, why can't I go in it? And now they're leaving notes on my car, like printed off. And I'm thinking, what about the trees out there? Do you think the trees need this? So the other day, I took one off, brought it inside. I was like, right, fine. So I didn't park there for 4 nights. That was 4 nights I hadn't parked. I came back one night. I thought, I'll just go in that space. It's free. There was 3 of them free, actually. I thought, I'll go in that, Cass. Came back out the next day to another note. Printed off again, same stupid message. So I just took it off the car and just put it on the box thing at the top of the parking space. I thought,
If anybody gives a monkey's uncle...
Why are people so precious with parking it? I get if you're parking your car there and not moving it for 4 days, that's annoying.
This is private property.
It's bloody embarrassing what it is. People
You're running around as registered up in this gaff.
There's people in this place that should be doing other things with their life instead of counting how many cars.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down.
Weird.
Rusha got herself in a little pickle and had to move in with me, right? And she's been trying to find a place to park her car ever since. But because we all got one space per house, it's a house that would house a lot of people. I don't know why they only give us one car space.
That's dumb.
There's 6 parking places where visitors can park, right? So she parks there pretty much every night. Now she's getting letters like, we know you're parking here all the time. No one cares. Everyone just...
I didn't know I didn't have an invisible car. Obviously that's my car, you absolute freaks. Honestly, get a life.
Welcome to Saturday.
Anyway,
Welcome
that's
to
all. I'm over it now. Anyway, I've been having to park down the road outside my mate's gaff actually, and then I walk up the street, get my steps in, so that's also fun.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Literally, shall we talk about the football now?
Yeah, fine.
Let me just get started on some of these comments. Oh, look, they're already calling us for being a minute late. If you've commented for us being a minute late,
I don't know how to turn the thing on.
It's Saturday night. You're the problem.
We're
not the problem.
We were actually in here on time. It was just the setup. There's quite a lot of clicking and
because I'm the producer
shite.
here.
I don't know what to do.
I'm the one doing the technical stuff.
Yeah, I've not got a clue.
You just sit there.
You do need to
fingering
teach
yourself.
me one day so that I can actually come on myself and just go mental.
Lucky 666 saying, oh, the Arsenal fan Shaban is going to start making excuses. I'm not making excuses for today's performance, but it was a good second half from them. Strip Bear kind of understand it was God that gave Ramirez and help from the parents to be so strong and dominate. 3 games, 3 wins, not bad for a new manager at Chelsea.
I don't want it, but like touching on that, like Ramirez is I'm going to say I think she's a bully. She just bullies people. She's like, bye, catch you later, hon.
Bullies people in a really positive way of football. Like if you can get defended in your team.
Before people start crying, that's not a negative term. That's a bloody good thing. She reminds me of a Diego Costa, who was actually at Chelsea once upon a time.
Enough, yeah.
She's a nightmare for defenders. She's so strong, but she's very good at running with the ball. She can hold the ball up. She'll hunt people down, and then you could see that she'd had a knock and was struggling. And when she was coming off, I'm going, I was actually going, she needs to come off because she can't move properly. But obviously she tried to play through it, but just she's an absolute handful.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something, I wasn't scared of her, was I? I was like, come on then.
If you've missed the story about the time Rusha was like one-on-one with Ramirez, Rusha said like she knocked her down and then laughed in her face.
Not me down, she 2-footed me through the belly and through the ankle in the same tackle. I was like, then I got up and I was like, fuck it. She was like, just
I wouldn't
Right.
know what to do. If Ramirez laughed at me after halfing me, I
You'd be
wouldn't know
crying.
what to do.
Aye, no, she's an absolute player, I'd
Did
say.
you see Lucy Bronze's translation interview at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, we watched it together, didn't
Aye,
we?
because I was beside you on the couch watching it and I had my eyes open and my ears were on, Cass, so
Sometimes you'll fool me.
Do you know what I mean?
But she did say she's like that really calm and warm and gentle, humble person. You know, she does her talking on the pitch. I'm all for Mayra Ramirez. Some of these comments, Risha, bear in mind, if you have just joined us and if you don't want spoilers, you're in the wrong place. Arsenal lost to Chelsea 2-1 at the Emirates. In the first 20 minutes, it looked like it could have been a hammering. But in the end, they got themselves together. There was a goal in the second half from Arsenal and they got themselves back into the game.
In the first half, it scored. It scored before half time,
the second
didn't it?
half, isn't it?
No, it's just before half time. So not like the 43rd minute or something?
I don't know, because I only saw the like last 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I was listening to
before
the radio. Sorry.
I actually, apart from the goals that were probably a bit of an absolute disaster, and if you're looking and analysing those goals back, yeah, you probably don't deserve to win a game of football. But, however, Arsenal actually played okay. Even before the second goal, they like grew into the game and they were playing some good football. So I don't think it was a complete disaster from Arsenal. They had chances to score more goals and chances to win the game. They weren't clinical enough. You got Steiner coming on, hits the bar. Chelsea, for me, actually, like I was actually a bit more like Chelsea started really strong. I know they're happy probably for Arsenal to dominate the ball. They're not shy of going into a low block at times when they're out of possession. But when you do that, I don't know if they actually look tired. There was times when Arsenal were getting on the ball would go out wide, and it was like almost a delayed reaction before whoever it was, say it was Sandy Baltimore, if she was on like left back or whatever, or Lucy Bronze on the right, before they actually went out to engage with the player. And I don't know if it was like, if that's something they've worked on, like let's just delay a bit, there's no need to go firing out there. But I don't know if they actually look tired. And then the second half, I was like, how many needless free kicks were Chelsea giving away? I was like, it was needless, and they were just putting pressure on themselves. Arsenal obviously get good deliveries, and their team kept putting a few good balls. And I'm like, why were they doing that? Set pieces, they were avoidable, and I don't know why they were piling that pressure on themselves. Although you have the likes of Millie Bright in the box, it's corner kicks. Millie Bright's in that's at a front zone and just getting her head on loads. Lucy Bronze, same. So they're good at dealing, but it was like needless. It was needless from them.
How do they avoid that? Like they're in the game.
Don't give away cheap free kicks.
But is there
like,
a confidence thing there? Is that
I just think they looked a bit. I think actually Lucy Bronze said in an interview there that we'd watched at the end of the game is like, I don't think it was our best performance. And they're right. That was by no means a good Chelsea performance at all. If they're going to actually go back and analyse that game, it wasn't. They could have like absolutely put the knife into Arsenal, but they've won the game. They got the 3 points. They're now sitting in are they sitting top of the league with a game in hand? So yeah, you're probably looking at Arsenal right now going.
Arsenal
I get, like your season. Your season is your season over.
Now, mathematically, I mean, no, because they have to rely on other teams to drop points. But if, say, Chelsea and City and I think even Brighton are to crack on and continue winning the games that they've won, I actually think it does put Arsenal out of the title race.
Arsenal have played a game more. Chelsea, Man City, Brighton are on 3 games.
Right, so...
And United have only played 2, but you're still looking going... So now Chelsea should win their next match. Do you know what I mean? So should Man City. So are Man City and Chelsea starting to break away already. Still, however, saying that, I don't think it's over, but Arsenal would like to have a long, hard look at themselves and get themselves together. They are creating. That's my thing. They are creating. They just now need to start being ruthless. But there's the goals they conceded today were poor. Really, really poor. And is that for me? Is that a team that are
4 minutes was the first goal by Ramirez.
But it was nice to see them actually not throw the towel in. They didn't. They tried their best to get back into the game.
I think it truly is because I think Arsenal, the players must be aware in that squad today that because it's not been the best couple of seasons, I think, for Jonas Eidevall, right? So I think had they lost today, there's probably a chance, right? There's definitely a chance that it's being discussed, in my opinion, from what I know about football, that his job is on the line after the result today. In fact, it was on the line after last midweek. It's been on the line since last season after winning the Conti Cup. It's been on the line since signing Alessio Russo and then not qualifying for Champions League football last summer. So that's something to consider. But then I think the women are also looking and going, if we don't win today, then the chance of us of winning the title is so slim to none.
I mean,
so I think there's a couple of things that the team have to play for the win because they have to stay in the title race. But also I'm looking and going, well, the team aren't good enough maybe because the manager's not managing very well.
Like, yeah, I don't know what you can actually look and go. I've seen comments, people going nuts when Russo and Beth aren't starting. They started today, okay? Right? So I'm like, that's fine. I get maybe they're not
but Stina came on and she's great when
Stina came on. She makes a good impact, so she has.
But she does. Ellen White said it in commentary. She makes the easy goals look hard and the hard goals look easy.
I think because when she's got time, she's not a natural finisher. Do you know what I mean? And she overthinks stuff when she gets into positions. When she's going one-on-one with a keeper, I'm not really thinking that I'm not confident that she's going to score. However, when she gets one and gets to not think about it, she's more relaxed. Do you know what I mean? She takes her chances better that way. But, sorry, before you interrupted me, what was I saying?
Sorry. I just said about Jonas, perhaps maybe the job's on the line.
But like, what today is, they've set up for a corner kick. They've not won their duels. The second goal is a nightmare from their defending. Like, defensively, they've got players in that team, they're senior players, and they've defended like schoolgirls, to be honest. As a manager, you're going, right, come on, girls. Like, so it's very probably like frustrating for Jonas today because they goals were completely avoidable. Yes, Chelsea had a few more chances, could have done better. At the end, did a couple of chances, could have done better, could have been more clinical. But they two goals were so avoidable. So what do you do? Does the manager take the blame for that? Do the players go, yeah, that was absolute shite for me, hold my hands up?
Yeah.
As a player myself, yes, I'm going, that's on us. That's not on, like, we've been set up. We know what our roles are. We've not meant to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's harsh, but again, he's the manager. He'll take the hit probably.
Because I feel that we kind of touched on this in the week as well, a couple of nights ago on the show, but I don't think he's been at the level for a while now. So when you're playing, when you're looking at Manchester City and what they did to Barcelona midweek, when you're looking at Chelsea and what they've done so far this season, I don't see how they are considered even in a title race 3 games from now, 5 games from now. You know, I think...
Well, they are with Man City.
I think the time is now. I think Arsenal have to make a change, unfortunately. And by the way, I'm all heart. I think Jonas seems like a really good guy. You know, I don't know him completely personally, but I've met him a few times. I've interviewed him. I feel he's a great guy. But I don't know if that team are going to flourish anymore. I think now is the time to make a change. And I'm sorry, but women's football is a really nice place to be. But it's a ruthless business. It's results driven, and the results are not there. You can't rely on a Conti Cup win this season and tell me it's success. You can't.
Oh no, I think that's all they've won in the last 5 years. What, 2 Conti Cups? Is that right?
Is it? So, I think it might be. Well, they've not won the league in 5 seasons.
Yeah, so that's all. Yeah, they've not won. It's 2 Conti Cups they've won. Yeah, that's not good enough for Arsenal, for the players that they've got in that squad. If you want to look at a player and criticise yourself for the money that they're getting, it's not acceptable.
I can't believe you're in this space now where you're calling out the money in the women's game. Like,
well, I can. I'm like,
when did that happen?
How do you think that's like? It's if you're on earning those kind of wages, and I get it's nothing compared to the men's game, but in terms of WSL and Championship, some people are on a lot of money. Yeah. So show your worth. If you think you deserve that to be paid that, then go bloody win a league title.
Let's take a wee moment to just focus on some of these comments here. Okay, hello to Couture Criminal. Shaban, what second half performance? The second half was a good performance from Arsenal. Okay, they don't get points. They didn't find the back of the net in the second half. They didn't take anything from the game. But I don't think it's a performance where you would look and go, this manager has to go.
Like, no, I totally agree.
I agree. Yeah, I feel strong about that. Watching Jonas being interviewed before the game, and all I could hear was Rush's voice.
Oops.
By the way, some people on TikTok are creative. It's very, very funny. We need Risha doing Jonas impressions. We can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Hello to Sandra Rayner. After the start for Arsenal, when will that coach be replaced? He doesn't know how to coach all the talent he has, and I hope that they fire him as soon as possible. Risha, your impression was classic. Also, Emma Hayes was in the house watching the game as well. A number of people saying that in the comments. We know how Emma Hayes felt about playing Arsenal, and we could see that passion from Sonia Bonpastor as well on the sidelines, especially when those goals went in.
I think, like, I know you're looking going, what didn't happen. If Arsenal level, are Chelsea happy with that result? And I get about the comment there about Arsenal, that was a great second half performance, and it was.
Yeah,
and the thing is, it's not a disaster, but at the same time, when you look at Chelsea where they are and where Arsenal are, you could go, yeah, there's a big gap there starting. However, the thing is, Arsenal haven't won a league title in 5 years, and the way it started, I'd be very surprised
if they went on
if they're going to win this season. So that's what the worry is.
Because the thing
they can
is,
do it, but they're not consistently doing it. They're not.
And Champions League football is upon all of them now. You know, you're looking at the teams.
I actually thought Chelsea looked quite tired today.
I thought they looked tired too.
I think they did they looked tired, but yeah, I get they were happy to go into that low block, which I completely agree with, but they just didn't look sharp.
Apparently she trains them like an absolute beast. Like
Sonia, just give them a wee day off here. They give them 2 days off at times, just chill out a wee bit.
It was Guro at the end of the Palace game, wasn't it? She was like 2 days off. Thank God we have been training so much. So you wonder if she's getting them to a level where she can trust, have your day off kind of thing. Otherwise she's got them running, she's got them working. You're right, they did look tired, and when Ramirez went off, it was the opportunity for Arsenal to capitalise. So they need her fit, need her ready. It's
just the way she plays. She's such a threat, she's such a handful.
Yeah.
But then you see, like, bringing on Aggie Beaver-Jones, she's a young talent, got a bright future ahead of her. She'll be disappointed with her chance at the end of the game, because that could have really knocked the stuffing into Arsenal if she kind of got. I think she went for power but couldn't get it across the goal. And Daphne Van saves it. But Macario up front too. She, by the way, I think she's a player. She looks very technical, very tidy. And I think we'll see a lot more game time from her going forward.
Interesting. She's a great player. I want to say there's a couple of people mentioning in the comments how kind you are being about Arsenal and about the situation there, and that's fine because everyone's entitled to their own opinion on it. Do you think there's going to be a change in terms of management?
I don't know. If there's going to be a change, I'm assuming we're going to hear tomorrow.
There's a child coming.
No, it's a man.
Sounds like a child.
It's a man.
Sounds like man, but it's a child.
I assume that we would be hearing. Well, like, what's Arsenal fixtures right now?
Hi, buddy.
Is it? Oh, we've got another streaker today, guys, but it's a different one.
Come in and say hi, and then you've got to go with Dad. Okay? Come here.
What you need us?
Hey, Dad.
We need you. What we need you for the show?
The show must go on, Brooksy.
Say, Dad, you've had one job.
Dad, you have one job.
But you've got 2 jobs now because you can get the top up. Wait.
Yeah.
Are you going to go get in the shower? You say bye to everyone?
Brooks, ask Dad how his team done today.
But I love this.
You like that?
Yeah.
You look so handsome today, don't you? Do everyone your Batman voice? Do your bat voice.
He pure loves looking at himself.
Do your bat voice. Okay. Come on, give me a cuddle and I'll be down in 10 minutes. I just need to finish this up, okay? With Risha.
Why?
Because I'm finishing a little bit of work. Go on. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Please, 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 please. Okay. You can sit for a minute.
Yeah.
You sit quiet for me? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
Change.
Yes, sorry.
What is that? The Arsenal fixtures
2
right
and
now?
2. Have a look.
I should have done that while I was sick. Did
Well,
you? I got distracted. Sorry.
She had one job as well.
Hey, that's my left arm.
It is your left arm.
And that.
I mean, there is
Right.
absolutely no rest for them because on the 16th they play Valerenga. Valerenga, is that how I pronounce that?
So the back. We're going to
At
do a
home.
watch along, by the way, for that on Wednesday night.
Okay. People
Wednesday
join
watch
in.
along Arsenal Valerenga.
We're doing
I
that.
know.
I forgot about that, but that's what we're doing. And then back into league action against West Ham. That could be a bit of respite for them, but West Ham will be looking going, let's kick Arsenal when they're down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, they beat them last season.
I do think they'll go... I would expect them to win this Champions League game. However, I think they're a tired group. Right now, is it the time? Is it the time? And I think Arsenal will be looking at that as a club. They'll be going, well, are we going to get sack Jonas right now?
Yeah.
Or who takes it? They've got to have this all lined up. If Jonas was to lose this game, they've got the replacement lined up. So we will hear tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or Monday, I would assume. So
there was a couple of people spotted in the crowd today at the Emirates. So therefore, I wouldn't be massively surprised if a change is made.
only seen Emma Hayes sitting there. Who else was there? People in the comments. Who else was sat there? What managers were at the Arsenal game that
Who did you see at the Emirates today? That's something to talk about. Who did you see at the Emirates today? I think there will be a change made.
You do?
And I know nothing.
I seen a random thing
Got me because that was
earlier,
picking up in the
and it was
microphones.
a guy manager, and I was like, what? I can't.
I know who you
Dunno.
saw. Yeah.
Who?
Was it Man City manager? One of the Man City coaches?
No.
Well,
No. So yeah, it will be interesting.
Buddy, 'cause this is on,
and
we've got to-
Postecoglou. that could be a good shout. They actually might be able to play football and win something. Then you never know.
Tap my hands, tap my hands,
But
tap
who
my
knows? But
Nope.
right, okay. You need to go and get Dad now.
yeah,
Okay.
you're distracting me, man.
Rush, I can't focus because we're working now.
No.
You sing everyone a song and then say goodnight.
No.
Well, then don't tap the desk.
You.
I know, I need you to. Just don't tap the desk, okay?
Have you ever heard anything like it? I need you to. Like, you think they were? Honestly, you think they were at war?
We're going to get
You think they
married,
were at
Army
war and they all
Brooks.
PTSD and they were being honestly something tragic was going on and
We love each other.
they're running for their lives. I need you.
Brooks, I love you so much.
I need.
It's so hard to focus.
Back to the
hard to
game.
focus.
You're going to people stop coming up to these lives soon?
I know, sorry. Okay, off the idea of a role change, right, or a managerial change, what do Arsenal do from now moving forward if it is with Jonas Eidevall going up against Valerenga?
They have to win. It's a must win. If they don't win that game, then yeah, he's gone. But then I
Brooks,
think
no
the players
touching.
have to have a long, hard look at themselves.
Brooks,
It's
no
not
touch.
on. It's not on. And look, it's hard. Again, we're not.
you know
not
what's
at
hard?
Do you know what's hard?
Being a mum and trying to juggle
You
anything.
can't control your kids. That's the thing. You can't control your kids. But
I don't
what's
care
hard?
anymore.
It's so easy to look from the outside and have an opinion. We aren't there, right? We aren't there in the changing room. We aren't at training. We're not in analysis meetings. We're not in the changing room before games. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what the players are feeling. I think they do, like Farah touched on, they have a responsibility to do more. And I think we've seen that in the second half from the players. They'll be looking and kicking themselves going, oh, Jesus, girls, the goals were absolutely shocking. But the goals were shocking, right? But sometimes if a manager has lost the changing room, you only know that when you're in the changing room. Do you know what I mean? You only know, like, I've been in teams before and you're going, when you're sitting there in the squad, I kind of go, it's a weird one because if you're totally disagreeing with my manager, you're undermining them in a way, and it's their job. If they're telling you what formation you're playing, what you're doing, what your shape is, how you're pressing, how you're defending, how you're setting up for corners, free kicks, that's their job. And as a player, you've actually got to go, if that's what you want, fine. If the information's not clear, that's when as a player I think you get to ask questions and go, well, what do you mean? Some managers these days actually get their back up about it.
Yeah.
Some are happy to explain.
Yeah.
Mom.
But if you don't agree with it, it's not about that. Yes, you can speak to them. Maybe if you get a leadership group that can speak to them and voice stuff to them. But you can't say, no, you're wrong. So if the players aren't getting on board with what he's doing, that is a problem right away. But whatever else is going on there, have the players lost the respect for Jonas? Are they not wanting to play for Jonas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
On a positive note, when you watch that game today in an Arsenal shirt, who looked like a key player? Who looked like a key player for that side?
Honestly, the two Arsenal players that actually fought had a good game. This is Caitlin Ford. let the comments go wild. But actually, they looked aggressive. They looked like
they
wanted
were
to compete.
playing for the shirt. They looked like they were playing.
They were playing for pride. They wanted to win their individual battles. Caldente. She looks like I think though for the quality that she's got, there was a few moments where she'd expect better from herself, like in possession of the ball, like final pass, stuff like that. But she's an absolute, like, her work rate is fantastic. She's always just nicking up, robbing people with possession. She does a lot of hard graft in that team.
Yep.
So I think they're the three players that probably really get pass marks. A few people maybe wasn't their day,
point
but
out Leah Williamson. Now again, it's the conversation that we discussed the other day about Mayra Ramirez and the idea of our bullying defenders and all that kind of stuff. She struggled with the absolute unit that is Mayra Ramirez.
the thing is, Leah Wilson didn't have her greatest game today, and I think she's doesn't need anyone to tell her that. She knows that already. And as a player, sometimes you have those games. Ramirez caused that whole back line, caused the midfield, caused the majority of the Arsenal team absolute nightmares. You can't get too close to her because she's just going to hold you off. You need to work in numbers, but then we've seen at times when she was running with the ball, she actually was run by people that they weren't there. She can actually glide with the ball. She's strong, she's fast, she's technical. So yeah, I wouldn't want to single out Leah Williamson and say she didn't deal with Ramirez, because the whole team didn't deal with Ramirez, if we're being honest. Yeah.
Okay, fine. And just on a positive note, another win for Chelsea. It has been the best possible start for Sonia Bonpastor replacing the irreplaceable that is Emma Hayes at Chelsea Football Club. Do you think they still look... Brooks, you said you'd be quiet. Shh. Don't fall out with me. You've got to be quiet. Don't touch it. Don't touch. Brooks, don't touch.
Brooks,
Stop. Sit.
continue, sorry.
When you look at that squad and that team and how together they are and how they are kind of fighting on all fronts at the minute, do you think they're still the ones to beat this season?
Chelsea, I just think that I was in the car with Mitch and we're going through the teams driving back from training.
You're so cool.
We're actually absolute gimps. It's a sad day for us. But look, women's football's biggest fan over here. And when you look at the Chelsea squad, and keeping in mind you've got people like Sam Kerr still not come back, it's a frightening squad. It really is a frightening squad. And I think in strength and depth, Chelsea are more equipped for being at the Champions League right now and being for the league and in the cups.
Yeah.
More than Arsenal and Man City. Man City, again, best football they've played was against Barcelona. People want to see that form continue into the league, and if they play like that, they will be an absolute nightmare for teams.
Yeah.
The only thing is the strength and depth of the squad maybe isn't at that level that Chelsea are at.
Yeah, I completely agree. Listen, we got to go.
Friends anymore.
You don't want to be my friend anymore.
Do you want to go to the comments quickly before we call it
Let's
a
jump
night?
in these comments really quickly. Sorry if we don't get through them all. Rusha being ever the professional here tonight. Don't worry, we'll change that in just a second. Don't agree with all the hate on Russo and Maid. Sure, they cannot be the sole problem if their performances seem to be declining so much.
Okay, that I don't know what that comment is referring to. I've not been on social media, so I've not seen any of it. However, I think that maybe they're lacking a little bit of confidence right now. But the thing is, when one goes in, they'll be back scoring all kinds of goals. I still would like to see maybe Russo can play in the 10. She's good at that, good at holding up the ball. I wouldn't mind seeing Russo and stuff maybe venture out wide and letting, like a touchdown, Beth Mead come through the middle. I would like to see that. But as a striker, sometimes things aren't going your way. You're the one that gets criticised. You're the one that gets the hate. You're not doing your job. You need to put the ball in the back of the net. But look, once they get one, I'm sure the goals will start flowing.
Okay, and just to top off, Jonas, how did you feel about today's performance?
Am I allowed to do this? Am I not?
It's our channel, honey.
I think we played very good football. It was very positive the second half. We concede cheap goals. We cannot concede goals like this at this level. We'll be punished. We have games coming up and we will be looking to turn it around and play better. We played such good football, and sometimes in football you have to be clinical, and we were not clinical.
And Jonas, do you think your job is safe for the rest of the season?
I bloody well hope so.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all your love. Brixie, say goodbye.
Bye.
Say subscribe. Say subscribe.
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 Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We love you. Thanks.
I love you too.
I love you so much. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good Saturday. Bye.